And good evening, my friends. It is Saturday, December 14th, and December 7th, 2024. Sorry, I'm just getting ahead of myself. I don't want to share about another seizure I probably did have early on, what they call a partial seizure, around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Now, I felt fine when I woke up. I felt happy. I felt in good mood. I was in good spirits. I was walking around all over and felt great. And then had a coffee out with a sandwich. Well, not sandwich, a rice meal at the 507. Still felt good. Walked around some more. Nothing to drink at all. And then I moseyed on down to the Parkdale Parish to have my meal there. I was feeling great, and then I got super fatigued and tired en route there on the bus. So I was like, this suddenly, like a crash of fatigue. And that lasted about 10 minutes, I guess. Then I went into the parish to see my friend. I haven't seen her there for a while. It was good to see her. And after about another, I felt better a bit. But then a new symptom started creeping up. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel, I felt like something was wrong. Like I didn't feel well. But it was not like nausea or anything like that. I just didn't feel, I felt something was wrong. And I tried to have some water, some cookies and a bagel and a tea, a coffee, then a tea. But then it didn't get better. It got worse. Within another 10 minutes, when we got our little salad there, like I couldn't even hold my fork. I was holding the fork here, trying to get the coleslaw, and my hands were so weak I could hardly hang on to my fork, and that started scaring me. Like something is wrong. And then I started shaking a bit, like kind of like, oh shit, what's going on? So I wasn't drinking at all, as you guys know. Like I was totally completely sober. None of I had seizures before. I was intoxicated, but it's the first time I was sober when this happened, and that was scary. I was aware of it. So I got scared, and she asked me if I was okay. I'm like, okay, I have to go washroom. I went there, splashed water on my face, put my hands in cold water, and I was still kind of shaking. Someone came in, asked me if I was okay. I'm like, I don't feel well. I do have a seizure condition. Normally I'm drinking, but it's the first time I'm having it. I'm not drinking all today. And that's when she gave me water, and I heard them talking to the doctor. She came back in. I'm okay after that. I went back to the table with my friend, and I explained to her about the seizure condition I have. I never had a seizure sober. Never. It was when I was intoxicated when I had those seizures before. I don't remember them at all. But this first time I had something going on when I was completely sober, which is scary. And I was aware of it, at least most of the time. Um, I didn't eat much. That was scary when I couldn't hold the even my chest felt kind of tight and weird. Like I felt it was very scary. It was very scary and scared the crap out of me. And yeah, so we ate our food. I didn't eat the coleslaw. I had the soup. And my friend kept talking with me to make sure I was okay. There were a lot of people around and everything, but I slowly started feeling better, and I was talking about alcohol withdrawal, and I felt okay. I felt great all day. And I drank for like over 24 hours. I drank nothing at all on Thursday. And last night's, and yeah, and I saw the doctor on Friday, but she did not give me any Valium. I got the vitamin B1 to stop helping seizures. I took that 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm taking vitamins more. I'm drinking water more. But I think that was possibly a withdrawal seizure or partial withdrawal seizure from withdrawal. I thought it was okay. I think I don't need to drink. I'm okay. It's been 20, I don't need to. I can go up another 24 hours without drinking. But oh, when a partial seizure hits you, it hits you. And that was the scariest thing I've been through. I wasn't sure if I was having a heart attack. I wasn't sure what was happening, but I was aware of most of it. At least, like like, and my friend told me after, like, you feeling better now, Lisa? I'm like, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. But my face changed color, and he said, your face kind of flushed now. I'm like, oh. So I ate part of the supper, and I'm like, look, maybe it's alcohol withdrawal. I was told not to go cold turkey. Maybe it was withdrawal seizure that I was experiencing, partial withdrawal seizure. The first 24 hours, 40 hours I didn't drink. I was going to leave. I started getting shaky and feeling weird. But it passed about maybe 2 minutes after. This time around, it was worse. So now you can't go cold turkey. Even though you feel okay in between, every wave that hits is 10 times worse. And believe me, my friends, that was horrible. So for safety's sake, I had a beer after that. Raced to the beer store and then got a beer. Drank one really quickly once I got downtown. I felt better slightly. I felt better after that instant, though, when I went to get the beer. So I had one beer. I had my second beer now. But that was very, very, very scary about that, what happened there at Parkdale. Something was wrong there. My face color did change, and my friends said, your face color is getting flushed now, Lisa. So I think that was a partial seizure I had, I think, unfortunately. My skin color did change and everything. I'd explained to my friend, who I haven't seen for a year. I'm glad to see her again. But yeah, I explained to her about the possibility of seizures when you go cold turkey from drinking. You need to cut down slowly, especially when you get older. When you're in your 20s and everything, it's no problem. But over 40, it gets more dangerous. I am 53. So, yeah, cold turkey is not the answer. A lot of people do not know that. Like, you have to have that in order to cut down slowly. You have to cut down slowly. You can't go cold turkey. But anyways, yeah. My second beer now. I got B1 from the nurse there. Thank God. Which basically is supposed to help seizures and everything. My other vitamins I have there as well. She gave me some other pills to help you stop the craving of alcohol. The thing is, when you go cold turkey and you stop craving alcohol, that can cause a seizure, which I actually almost had today, partial seizure, and I was aware of everything. And that's the first time in my whole, like, the other times I had seizures, I was drinking intoxicated. It's the first time ever when I was sober that I was aware of it, and that's scary. At least most of it anyway. Partially, maybe a few seconds or maybe a minute, I wasn't aware of things, but I'm not sure. And that's scary. I got referred to see the neurologist and the specialist again regarding possibility epilepsy, still in the grounds. And also, I can't believe all this happened since they saw that damn neighbor down the hall who kicked me in the chest, cut OCH security. That's when the seizures first started, after that assault. So that says something right there. His assault on me was so bad when he kicked me in the chest, hit my head really badly. That's what caused probably caused the seizures and so forth. So because I had the seizure and I might be a withdrawal seizure, I have to have a beer. So I don't have another seizure, to be on the safe side. I have to, I don't want to. I'd rather have no drinking at all in my life, but you can't go cold turkey. And that was pretty scary for me. Anywho, it brings to light about my ex-boyfriend who has epilepsy as well, who got evicted from here for an incident that happened, who also was in jail for 4 months for subconsciously hitting his sister as he was having a seizure, he told me. And I was watching some videos, doing some research. When you do have a seizure, you're not aware of your surroundings. You don't know what you do. And now, after doing a lot of research, this is my instant today. It's not his fault he subconsciously hit his sister. He was having a seizure. And she put charges on him. He was in jail for 4 months. That never should have happened. He should be taken to the hospital. He was having a seizure. And then when you go into a seizure, that you can hit without knowing it in the seizure state. That's what I found out today through a few videos I've been watching and a few things I've been researching about epilepsy and seizures and so forth. So he never should have been in jail. The 4 months when he subconsciously hit his sister, it was subconscious. It was a seizure. So he was having a seizure when that happened. It's not his fault. He doesn't remember. It's not his fault. He never should have got 4 months in prison. He never should have got 4 months in prison. Never. And technically he can get a lawyer to pursue this, to get compensation for what he's suffered through. He never should have gone in jail. Unless there are other issues that happened that I do not know of. Maybe he was full of crack because he has a crack problem too. I do not know the whole situation. That has to be ascertained as well. That's another thing. Everything has to be ascertained. It's been less than a year, and he has to pursue that. If it was epilepsy that caused him to, subconsciously hit somebody, that does make sense, and that is provable in court of law. Why no one represented him, I do not know why. It could be a lot of other factors. Who knows? That I do not know. But who knows? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that was really scary. My partial seizure there early on. First time I had I call it first sober seizure I had. And I was aware of it. At least most of it anyway. And yeah. Someone came beside me and talked to me. He sounded familiar. He sounded a doctor who's an addiction specialist who happened to be there. First time I met him in person, if that was him, but I don't know. Maybe it wasn't him, but it sounded like him when he talked to me. But he sat beside me and talked to the other people, and then I don't know. Maybe this my imagination getting carried away with me. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. It also makes me think of another neighbor. I was going to press charges for exposing herself to me. But it's possible. She did come to my place one time, knock on my door. She was pale and clammy. And she was seizing. Her hands were clenching and everything, all that. I knew it was a seizure. So I called and I said, I'm going to call the ambulance. Don't do that. I called the ambulance anyway. I said, well, she doesn't want us to go there. She doesn't want us to go there. I said, yes, but she has the priority to change her mind. People change their minds too, don't they? It's up to you guys. If she's having a seizure, you guys have to come and check it anyway. And they said, yeah, you're right. Okay, we'll be there. And then I gave a wellness check on her. It's very possible she has seizures too, because I remember that time when she had the seizure. And but she does drugs a lot too. That's another thing. I'm not going to pursue charges against her for indecent exposure now, because maybe even though she was doing drugs, I was studying about the seizure condition, epilepsy, that you can disrobe and do things like walk around naked. As my ex did, he walked around naked. When you epilepsy and seizure conditions, you do things like you aren't aware of, such as disrobing, walk around naked, and you don't remember. That's part of the seizure condition, epilepsy, and so forth. And judging by the fact that she got abused so many times too, hit in the head a lot of times, she has a drug problem, but she may also, not even knowing it, have a seizure condition as well. Who knows? The Ava Johns or any buddies who do drugs are going to do anything called, ambulance when they're all doing drugs? I don't think so. They won't do that. Call ambulance on her and they're all doing drugs and she has a seizure. Do you think they're going to call the ambulance on her when they're all doing drugs? They all get busted. They won't do that. But yeah, it occurs to me that she may have a seizure condition too. Very, very possibly. And the ex-boyfriend never should have been put in 4 months in jail for hitting his sister when he was having a seizure. Never should have been put there. Should have been put in the hospital. What is his fault? I know now it was the seizure that can make you lash out and things. Screaming, yelling, disrobing, slashing out, things like that. When I got maced by somebody in the bus, I was checking the video before my seizure and everything. I was yelling and screaming, I imagine, but that can't happen during a seizure. So authorities, security, police, paramedics should be giving a brush up about seizures and so forth, what people can be capable of. Yelling and screaming could be also a factor of drug use, of course, but epilepsy and seizures could also be that. So that's another thing to consider for authorities and paramedics and so forth. Even though a person may have drug condition or alcohol condition and they scream and yell, it could be a seizure condition too underlying. And I do have a seizure condition. That's another thing. And my ex does have drug problem, but he does have epilepsy, confirmed epilepsy now. And those are the things that we have to consider. Yeah, that was pretty scary. My partial seizure, apparently. I just hope to God it was from withdraw from alcohol, not drink for over 24 hours. Hope to God it's about that. I just hope to God it's that. First time I ever had it sober and being aware of it mostly. And my friend was there and so forth. But yeah. Oh, another thing too. I got some good news. If people are worrying about if someone has a seizure and someone thinks you're having an OD and give you a dose of naloxone, like a little nasal spray of naloxone, because of the naloxone training we got on Thursday, no worries. Because I asked them, like, I have a seizure condition, but I don't do drugs. If someone sees me having a seizure and gives me a spray of naloxone, will it affect me? Will it make it worse? He said, it won't affect you at all. It won't do anything to you at all. You'll be fine. You'll be like nothing happened. Oh, okay, good. So people out there who are having seizure conditions or epilepsy, whatever, and some people in the street out there's different kinds of seizures I found out with epilepsy, a seizure condition versus a drug seizure. According to the specialist at the naloxone training we had on Thursday, he says both seizures are kind of differing in appearance. He didn't exactly say how. Every seizure has its own, like it's different. I don't know what he meant exactly, but he didn't really explain it at all too much, so that's still kind of a mystery. But the thing is, mainly, when people who have epilepsy or other seizure conditions and they think you're doing drugs and they give you a dose of naloxone, don't worry, it won't make it worse, it won't make it less, it won't affect you at all or anything. So that's good news about that, at least. And all that. It's time to see the seizure specialist again. Also working very well with the new nurse. They gave me vitamin B1 for the prevention of seizures, keep me healthy, plus some medication to help me stop craving alcohol. But if I'm withdrawing, and even though I don't crave it, I can individually have a seizure. Partial seizure I had today from, non-craving and everything, all that. Look what happened. So I don't think it's a good idea to take the non-craving medication when I don't want to go cold turkey and have another seizure. Even if I don't crave it, I could have a seizure. So that's kind of works against itself. I'll take those anti-craving pills when I cut down to 2 or 3 a day, or manage to cut down to 1 or 2 a day. I'm going to cut down slowly all over again. And then I can take those anti-craving pills. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. I can't take those now when I'm, can't cut down too fast. Look what happened today. And that's the first time I ever had a seizure sober. At least I ended up in the hospital. That is the main thing that counts. So, yeah. I'll start from the damn neighbor down the hall who kicked me in the chest and hit my head. And I had to be there was it the Montfort or Civic? I don't remember which one. I don't remember. Ever since then, that's when this shit started happening. Unbelievable. Before that was panic attacks and everything because of the extreme escalating harassment and everything, all that before. But since the assault, the seizure condition started happening. As with the ex-boyfriend there, seizures started after a job at a place where he had accident, or something like that, and that's when his incidents started happening, or something like that. I forgot. Or was it the gym? I don't know. Whatever. But it usually happens after a big blow in the head. That's when epilepsy and seizure conditions can occur or start. So that's one of the things I want to educate you guys about. If you see a lot of people, like there's a lot of people who see a lot. There's people, people downtown who drink a lot. 10 times worse than me. Oh my god, I don't know how they do it. Can you imagine what it's like for them to stop drinking? They can't go cold turkey, and they have no jobs. They always birds of a feather flock together, like I said. But they're traumatized. They're homeless. They have racism issues, and a lot of people are racist. They don't understand the trauma they and we have all gone through. And racism doesn't help what has happened in our past trauma-wise and so forth. We have to respect each other. We have to understand things and so forth. So we got to work together about addictions. We got to work together about homelessness. And when you see someone having a seizure, it doesn't necessarily mean they're a drug addict. It could be epilepsy or a seizure condition. Maybe I have epilepsy now, technically. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah. I'm sneezing again. Hang on. Sorry. But yeah. It's my ex-boyfriend there. Saying of the other friend of his, I work with that other guy too. Both of them have a drug problem. So Lisa's talking to him again. And he's trying to get his life in order. Hopefully he's trying to get his life in order. That's the main thing. I wish him the best, and I hope he is going to pursue what happened to him. He had no right to be in jail for 4 months. If he was having a seizure and his sister lashed out his sister in the seizure, he didn't deserve 4 months in jail, if that is the case. If that is, I'm saying a lot of ifs. But the facts have yet to be ascertained and laid out and investigated into more in order for that to happen. So anyways, yeah, that's about it. Take care, stay safe, and yeah, hope you guys have a nice and safe Saturday night. I'm just going to take it easy and just relax. Make a wish, my friends. Have a soothing, safe Saturday night.